Recently, I was given a handful of topics to write about. The one to catch my eyes was the guy you want to marry. Initially and naturally as it came, my reflex was to say it out loud how I never wished to get married. Later, as I took it into account, I realized, disregarding the logical explanations I've formed over the past years to bolster my statement, the little girl in me would love to get married one day. Maybe have a small, intimate wedding somewhere outdoor, with a number of friends and family perhaps. The question still remains unanswered nevertheless. It is not how that I need to figure, it is whom that I need to fill pages about. As I kept pondering over the topic and fiddling with my pen, I thought of references, of a good guy and good husband. And as every other little girl, the first person to strike my mind was my father. I'd love to marry a person as love-struck as my father. For someone as short-tempered as he, I always wondered how he managed to maintain such a calm demeanor in front of his wife and family. My aunts and uncles will tell us stories of different times when he would act up. Whoever has seen him playing the best of a father and husband he was would never believe those with a sane mind. On days, he'd call my mother from work and ask her not to cook, for he would come home and cook for the family. That is what I asked for. Every night for years, my mother never served dinner, for he had taken it upon him and made it in a tradition to do so. I'd love to feel the same place as well. I would marry someone who lets me be my own individual, to whom I at least have a say, and whatever I say at least has a value, unlike all these years I've spent. As cliche as it may sound, I'd love for him to compliment me, soothing the stabs that I formerly have been bestowed with. At least someone I can talk to for endless hours without a blink, and share anything and everything that comes to this silly mind of mine. Someone as matured as I'm not, for I've always been a kid inside. Someone who'd finally write me letters and pour his heart out in each envelope like I do every time. Someone whom I'd write hundreds of poems about. The idea of having a child has never not terrified me, for I fear becoming a mother like the one that is mine. I'd marry the person who's going to make a great father, whom I'd trust with every bone in my body, maybe as much that with him I'd even raise a cat and a kid or two. Someone I'd have a family with, a family that is nothing like mine. I don't know whether he's Odysseus or what. Upon finding him, I'd be Penelope for sure. 20 years or whatsoever, I'd wait as patiently and bravely as she. Not ever I wish on being Aphrodite, for I'm not strong enough to face the death of Adonis. But it is fate, isn't it? To love someone a moment, then in the next seeing them being buried. Therefore, I never wish to find him, the guy whom hypothetically I want to marry.